everybody. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is Kerbal Commander Andy. And after the successful mission to the Mun, those guys are still up there exploring. But Kerbal Command was like, you know what? Let's shoot for the moon. Not literally. They actually meant Duna. But Duna is very similar to the Earth the planet we on Earth know. Well, you guys on Earth know as Mars. Very analogous to that. They would like to explore that section of space a little bit. So that's what we're going to attempt to do today. I have got a sort of modified rocket here with an unmanned capsule. So I'm remote controlling this from the ground. And we're going to try to get into orbit around Duna. I'm not sure this will be successful, but this will be a good test flight so we learn how to do this. The bottom part of the rocket is what I've been running for weeks now, so it's not a problem at all. I know that all works, but we're going to go ahead and we are going to launch and try to get into orbit. Orbit's easy. It's going to be getting to Duna that's going to be the tough part. This will be some good lessons to learn about how to get to Duna and how to land on Duna, more importantly. No Kerbals on board today. Let me see, I've got everything set here. Those are good, that's good, and then that rocket there, that's very simple. All right, we're ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, launch. Okay, this rocket is kind of wobbly up top. It's a little top heavy, a little heavier than I would like, but we're just going to have to deal with that. Again, I'm not at all concerned about hardly anything. We're going to try to use the Mun's gravity to sort of slingshot myself out into orbit, get myself some speed going, and then we will be able to head out into the far reaches of space and hopefully meet up with Duna without using up too much fuel. We're about ready to make our gravity turn at about 10,000 meters. Here we go. Now, if we get into a really high orbit this time, that is okay. All right, letting those guys go. And now we are flying away. We're spinning a little bit. That's not great, but it's okay. We got a lot of fuel left here. I'm gonna turn over. Let's try to stop that turn a bit. This is gonna make it really hard to oh, well, I also don't care that much that I'm on a perfect sort of polar orbit there at a 90-degree angle. So if I'm not at a 90-degree angle, not that big a deal. Again, I don't care about getting into a Kerbin angle. What I'm really worried about is being able to fly at that. So I need to sort of have an angle. Well, I need to be on the other side of the planet, frankly. So I do need to get into an orbit. But that's not a huge deal. I should be able to do that without too much trouble. Okay, we stopped spinning. Let's turn over a little bit more here. Okay. We're pretty much getting out of the atmosphere now, which is good. I added basically 2 full, mid-size fuel tanks onto this rocket, hoping that that would be enough to kind of get me to where I want to go. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, out of fuel. We're gonna turn off. Alright, so how much fuel do we actually have? We have 1,440 liquid fuel. We have a very tiny amount of monopropellant. I decided I didn't need that much. Oh, Except now I'm realizing that this rocket ain't going to turn without that monopropellant. So I might actually need a lot more than I initially thought. But this is why we're doing an unmanned mission, guys. Because, you know, we're learning. So that's okay. Oh, look at how much it's going to have to use just to stay pointed in one direction. Okay, good. Good. Okay. So I want to get into a Duna orbit. So let's try to get into as low an orbit as we can, use as little fuel as possible. Okay, about 80,000, that'll do. And then we can sort of maybe burn from here out in that direction. So if I go too much further, yeah, that's not what I want. That's too much. An oblong orbit is totally cool with me. Even 143 is probably more than I really need or want. 100,000. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and point ourselves at that moment. You guys know the drill if you've been watching my videos, and you should be watching my videos. Kerbal Command here. Let's see. This won't show anything, right? Yeah, good. I thought maybe it'd be weird if it showed me, like, the computer. And I don't know how much it expects. Okay, so it expects me to burn for about a minute. I think I can handle that with the amount of fuel that I have. The real trick here is getting outside of the Kerbin's gravity here. I'm going to watch my monopropellant carefully because I'm going to need it. But I don't want to be using up a ton of it while we're doing this. Okay. Almost there. We've used about 200 or so fuel. That'll be okay, I guess. Alright, that's good. Kill this guy. And what we want to do now is we want to kind of point ourselves at the Mun and get into an orbit that takes us out of the atmosphere. So this orbit is no good. I want one that, like, pushes me out. So what I'm seeing here is that I would hit the Mun periapsis right about there, and if I didn't do anything, it would just bring me right back around to here. So I need it to be a little bit further. Yeah, because I need it to be, like, out into the atmosphere. So, and that's Minmus. Maybe I can use Minmus. Yeah, because I'm going to need to use quite a bit of fuel to make this work. Yeah, so I basically need to get to that point where I'm going to be bouncing off of the Mun and just out into Kerbin escape. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to escape Kerbin's gravity and use as little fuel as possible. Let's just pull this down here, see how close we can get. I mean, the other thing I could do... I guess I could... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get better than on the Mun here. Let me see if there's... There it is. Okay. I can do it with less. All right, let's try it this way. Let's see here. If I do it right there, then I will escape Kerbin's gravity here. My Mun periapsis is very tight there. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. What if I bring it in a little bit? Yeah. I think the tighter I get on my Mun periapsis, 76,000 meters, that would be nuts. I'm going to be just flying out of the atmosphere. And the faster I'm going out in the world, the better off I'm going to be. All right, because that means I'm going to have to spend less fuel to kind of get out into the atmosphere. Not atmosphere, get into, you know, because I'm going to have to go pretty quick to catch up to what do you call it? Duna. Yeah, Duna's on the other side of the galaxy right now. It's opposite, so I'm going to have to spend a lot of time catching up to it. I mean, I guess I could try Moho here. Remember, I do still have the Kerbinus 3 Explorer on Eve. But, yeah, I like this one pretty well. I like this pretty well. I'm going to try this. I'm going to have to burn for 1:25. So, yeah. That's going to be tricky, because by the time I'm sort of past... By the time I'm through with that burn, I'd be over here. So I'm going to have to start somewhere, like, right over there. Let's, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and get into position here. All right. Let's get ready here. This is probably going to use up probably another 200, 300 fuel, but that's okay. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I basically want it to be on about halfway between the two things there, and I should be in good shape here. I hope. This is a very precision move, but I have some leeway, so we'll try it from here. Let's go for it. All right. Don't have Kerbin lives to worry about here. If I blow this up, that's okay. The Kerbins have sort of a monopoly on all the spaceship parts, so they don't really need to worry too much about this. Doing pretty well so far. Using up fuel as expected. I would like to see my fuel get to around, I don't know, maybe about... I mean, if it was up at 900, I'd be really happy, but it looks like I'm not going to make that. If I make it to about... At this point, I'm feeling really happy about 800. But we'll see here. I want to use as little fuel as possible to get this done. We're going to slow down our burn a little bit here. Yeah, this seems... okay. Yeah, this is not what I was hoping for. There it is. Okay. So the periapsis here is 190,000. Not as good as 76,000. If I... okay, here we go. Here we go. Mun periapsis. Okay. I don't want to go too much further than that because I'm afraid I'm going to just bounce off things and do something weird. Let me see where I'm going to be. All right, so I'll still be in essentially in orbit with the Earth, with Kerbin, sorry, but I will sort of be moving in the right direction, and I can sort of continue this. All right, so I'm pretty happy with what it's going right now. Let's go ahead and speed up time. I want to watch this actually bounce off the atmosphere. I want to see how fast I'm going when I meet up with the Mun. When I slingshot around the Mun here, we're gonna look at this close up. This is fascinating to me. We're gonna slow it down a bit. All right, so I'm gonna catch up to the Mun's gravity right here. Boom. All right. So we're going to have to sort of speed this up anyways because... let's turn on the lights I set up. Okay. Alright, so where is the Mun right now? There's not the Mun right there. Where is it? There it is. Alright, we're going to speed up time a little bit as we slingshot past. Watch my orbit here. I should start going a lot faster as it's pulling me in. We're going to get real close. Oh, and we're going to be on the dark side. That's too bad. But my orbit is going much faster now. I'm hoping to get up to about 1,000, 2,000 by the time I'm sort of slingshotting past this guy. Let's see here. It might even lower my warp speed because I'm going so fast. I'm getting so close. Well, My speed did not go as fast as I wanted it to, but it's okay. Goodbye, everyone. Boom. And we are out into the orbit here, and as soon as we get to there, we'll be escaping Kerbin's gravity. We're way out past Minmus. We passed pretty close by Minmus as well. And boom, there we are. We are out in the universe now. So now we've got to figure out how to catch up with Duna. This is not going to be easy, for sure. But with the maneuver system, it will definitely be easier than it would have been. Oops. Yeah, missed that. All right, so basically I'm just going to sort of test this out and sort of see what it looks like from different angles. See where I get a Duna encounter. Because it's not moving super fast, but I've also got a lot of ways to go. Like, for instance, to get to that point, I've got to go 9 days. 9 days to get to there, so that's a lot. And I also better check if my angle is correct. Let's set Duna as the target and see how my node is. Oh, my node's perfect! Perfect, guys. I have a perfect node. That's how perfect that node is. Oh, I think I just saw something there. Let's see here. The closest approach there is 28 million kilometers. Let's see. Let's push this out a little bit. There's something there. Okay, so there's 2 million kilometers. I'm hoping to catch this in one. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but that's the closest approach right there. Okay, so that would say we're about 2 million kilometers away. And then, so this says I have to burn for 1:20. I've got plenty of fuel to do that. And I think that might be my best bet, because I don't think I'm going to make an actual, you know, as I'm looking at this, I'm going 9,600 kilometers per second. He's going 7,200. So coming around one pass here, also keep in mind that, I just had it. We get it in one pass here, guys. There it is, right there. A Duna encounter. I can't really tell. The periapsis would be 23 million, but that's pretty good, I gotta say. I mean, 23 million? Yeah, I'm going with that. 23 million, I'll take it. What's that? 22 million. Good. Good. All right, that's it. We're doing it, guys. We are expecting a Duna periapsis of 22 million. That's going to take 131 days to get there. I'm going to take 57 days to get to my node, but that's okay, because we're going to warp. It's still going to take quite a bit of time to do. And my Duna Explorer is making the rounds here. We're not using up any monopropellant. That's good, even though I've got the SAS on right now. There's our target. There's Duna. And our goal today is just to get into an orbit with Duna. Okay? Just got to get into an orbit. That's all I care about. Just an orbit. That's it. Just an orbit. Orbit, orbit, orbit. That is the only goal. I only have to burn for 1:27 to get into that, to get to there. Now, getting into the orbit and slowing down is the tricky part, and this will be a good test of how much fuel I actually need to do this. All right, let's line this up. I don't have to do a lot of movement here to line this up. Again, ways to conserve fuel. Try to keep everything on a sort of similar line here. I've still got 2 full days to get into position here, so let's speed it up a bit. When you're out in deep space, time really slows down quite a bit. All right. Slowing it down a little bit more. Again, I've got a minute to burn here. And I got about half an hour. I'm about half an hour away, so I want to be a little bit closer to this. All right, we're getting close. We're closing in. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to be good. I feel it. All right. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Let's burn. Burn for your lives. All right. I'm a little short on this, but I think I've got enough leeway. Now it's saying my Duna periapsis is 33 million. I just heard something break. I don't know what it was, but I guess we'll find out at some point when we need something and it's not there. All right, so my fuel situation here, I'm hoping to have at least 400 for slowing down for Duna. If I can just, even if it's not a circular orbit, if I can just get into a stable orbit around Duna, I'll be reasonably happy. All right, I don't have much left to burn. We're going to slow this down a bit. Okay. Looks like 400 is about what we can expect here. I'm watching this very closely because I need to get this very precise. Oh, there it was. Oh, I missed it. All right. I need to basically back up. In fact, I can probably just use my... There it is. Good. Do an encounter at 40 million. Let's get a little closer here. I'm just using my RCS to do this right now, guys. That's how easy this is at this distance to make small adjustments. All right, good enough. 22 million 5. That's about as good as I can expect. All right, so we are headed to Duna, guys. It's going to take a while, because we are... let's see here. The Duna encounters in 73 days. Meanwhile, on Kerbin, people are starving to death on the Mun, but that's of no importance. It is of zero importance right now. Look at this. Me and my buddy Duna are hanging out. We're getting very close. My Duna encounter is going to come up here in about 25 days. It's going to catch us from behind, essentially. Looks like we're going to slow down enough that it's going to start catching us here. We're going to have to be very careful about this because it is going to be very, very easy to run past this. But at the same time, if you're going too slow, it's going to take forever to kind of get this going. Everyone on Kerbin is waiting with bated breath. They're totally over the actual landing on the Mun. They want to see me get to Duna. All right, here we go. Okay. Yeah, very narrow window right here. So we're 22 million up. What's it going to take to actually get us... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. This is going to be a very weird orbit because we're underneath it, essentially. From there, that's 3 million miles away. Let's try to get that a little bit... Wait, do I have to speed up? What's going on? Ugh. Yeah, I do have to speed up. Okay. That's weird. 674,000. I think I'm okay with that. And then hopefully I have enough fuel to kind of circularize that orbit. That's my hope. And I am on Duna, right? It does have a moon. It has the moon Ike. But But, okay. Let's see how we manage this here. Alright, I am still 12 hours away from the periapsis, and it will not give me a time to burn here, which is a little scary. But I'm only at 788.6 meters per second as far as my orbital speed, so I shouldn't have to slow down too much, because Duna does have an atmosphere, it does have a reasonable amount of gravity, so I'm okay with that. I don't think I'll have to burn too much at all to sort of get this into a good orbit. But we're going to have to speed up a little bit to get into the position so I can actually make an attempt at that orbit. I am speeding up, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Again, I do not know how much I'm going to have to burn here. But we're an hour away, so let's speed up a little bit here. Okay, okay. Alright, slow down. 4 minutes. I've got to burn 829.2. Okay, I've only got to burn for 50 seconds. Perfect. I can circularize this orbit. I can maybe even tilt it a bit so that I get into a more, not a polar orbit, but a equatorial orbit. I don't know if it technically has an equator or not, but that is neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit so we get this down to about 25 seconds. This is pretty great. First attempt, we've got a good shot at this. I'm not going to say we've got it yet because we don't, but we've got a very good shot at this. Okay. Let's just do it at 30 seconds. Burn. Alright, so we're watching this guy. He's going to tilt up. He's our Duna escape. But we're not going to escape. He's going to sort of circle back around here and get us into a circular orbit. It's going to happen very slowly, and then all of a sudden he's just going to whoop right around. And I don't know where the Duna atmosphere technically starts, but here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boom, there it is. Let's slow this burn. But, yeah, I've got a good amount of fuel left here. I've got about 200 left. That will easily get me into a circular orbit, I think. Because now I'm captured by Duna's gravity. Whoa. Oh, no. I'm catching Ike right now. That's no good. Let's get past Ike. Good. Let's get this Duna periapsis down to a bit here. Let's get it down to about 500,000. It's a little closer than I initially expected, but it should be okay. All right, let's do that for now, and then we'll fix it on the other side here. All right. So the trick right now that we're going to have to pull is we're in a almost perfect polar orbit. Almost perfect. Slow that down quite a bit. So this is at 500,000. Let's try to get this at 500,000. Oh, I only have to burn for 4 seconds to do this. This is no problem. No problem at all. We'll have plenty of fuel to kind of make some adjustable burns here and see what we get. Let's do this right at the periapsis, however. Okay. So, yeah, let's aim it that away so our periapsis and apoapsis are pretty even right there. Man, we might even have enough fuel to go visit Ike, honestly. You know, we don't have a ton of fuel, but at these distances, you don't need a ton of fuel to sort of make short distances or anything like that. Let's go ahead and line ourselves up for this. And then I will attempt to sort of get this into a more normal orbit. Okay. Speed up a bit. Just Still 2 days away from... Okay, we need to focus on our guy here. There we go. Let's keep it going here. Yeah, this orbit is not gonna work for us. I don't know. Does this actually cross Ike's orbit? If it does, it could get really bad for us because we could recapture Ike's gravity here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's the trick with this. It will go faster the closer you get, and that's problematic for lots of reasons. All right, slow it down. Yeah, because way out there at the apoapsis, you're going to be going super fast, and with this. All right, we don't have to burn much here, so I'm going to keep it. All right, let's get ready here. Node in T-minus 22 seconds. We'll burn this at about 5 seconds. We ready? And I think we're going to get ready to go. People of Kerbin are very excited about this. In fact, I've got so much fuel, I'm going to get in closer. Let's get in closer, why not? Let's get into about 200,000. Let's get a lot closer, why not? We've got the time here. Let's get into about, yeah, let's get real close, real close. 109,000. Let's do that, the same thing on the other side. And we'll get a good look at this planet. Yeah, another burn for 5 seconds. And we're in good shape. Good. All right. And then we'll make one more attempt at sort of normalizing this orbit in sort of an equatorial fashion. One attempt. I don't want to use up all the fuel I've got to do that, but we'll make it. We'll make an effort at least. Speed up a little bit. Get a nice tight orbit around Duna, and then we'll have this this view of Duna whenever we need to look at it. Somebody in the questions asked me if there's any value to having a satellite, and as in, like, you know, actual value, like what can I do with that satellite besides just look at it? And the answer is, right now, Kerbin technology has not advanced to the point where you know, you can do much with that. There are some third parties working outside of the Kerbal Space Program to provide that, and I might explore some of those options. But for right now, really the only value is you can actually just zoom right in on the planet and sort of see that thing as you go. Otherwise, there's no tools in place there to kind of make all that work. All right, let's take a look. How about that, guys? There is Duna. Let's speed up time a little bit so that we can get a good look at everything here. Get it around in orbit here. Yeah, look at that. There's Duna. We have enough fuel to crash the thing on the planet. How about that? We're not going to do that, though. Yeah, let's see about twisting our orbit a bit. Let's kind of turn it over. Yeah, see, that's too much. I can't do that much, but let's see, where are we at right there? The Duna apoapsis is then at 1 million. That ain't no good. Yeah, I need the apoapsis and the periapsis to be approximately the same. Yeah, it seems like I would have to do this in a lot of little stages and kind of back and forths here, rather than what I want to have happen So that's a 9-second burn just to get that much. And if I turn it over that much and then pull it back in at 143,000, I don't know if that's worth it for the amount of fuel that I have. I think I'd rather have that fuel here so that if another explorer travels to this location, they would be able to... oh my god. Go away. I do not want you here. Go away. If another explorer travels to this destination, they'll know that the Duna Explorer is here. That is very exciting for me. So I think that'll do it for today, guys. Very successful mission. The unmanned ones always are. As long as it doesn't involve landing anything, my missions are almost always successful. That is what keeps me in. That's what keeps me working for Kerbal Command. And they seem to be pretty happy so far. I mean, we did lose a couple Kerbal lives, but that's the price of business, you know. So we'll see how that progresses. I will eventually like to land on Duna. I think I need a few more test missions to Duna before I'm ready to do that. Maybe next time we'll send some kind of unmanned lander down there to see how much the gravity concerns us. Maybe just drop some things on the surface to see how well the parachutes work. I have been told by Kerbal Command, their scientists believe that you do need parachutes to land on Duna, because it does have enough of an atmosphere to do that. But I'm in a nice orbit here, about 100,000 meters up. Got a good view of things. But yeah, that'll do it for this week, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you next time.